Okay, we're going, sir. It's all you.
Well, it was a great honor last night. They asked me to share some things in what they call the Spanish Bible study. There were probably 35 guys in there. And then this is for the second hour, when a different group of guys comes in, they asked me to share it again. So it was really fun to share. Who is this Jesus? I went through, starting in Genesis 1:1, about the Trinity. You have in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. 10 words, but they contain a trinity of trinities. Heaven, in the beginning, that's time. God created the heaven, there's space, and the earth, there's matter. Time, space, matter. Only one of which is visible, by the way, matter. And then you have time, which has also a trinity, past, present, future. Only one of which is visible, the present. Then you have, in the beginning, as time, God created the heavens. Space has 3 dimensions, length, width, height, none of which can exist without the other 2. You cannot have a 1 or 2-dimensional space. It has to be 3-dimensional. And then earth, matter, also comes in 3 flavors, solid, liquid, and gas. So it's an amazing trinity of trinities. So I went all through the Bible showing dozens of verses dealing with the Trinity doctrine, that God is a Father, Son, Spirit, but one God. And then I said, okay, now, who is God to you? That's the question. You know what the Bible teaches, but who is he to you? And I went through John chapter 9 about the man that was born blind, that Jesus healed him, and he went through an interesting progression. First he said, he's a man called Jesus. And that's all he is to some people, just a man called Jesus. And then he said, well, he's a prophet. And later he said, he's a man of God. Finally he said, he's the Lord. And I said, guys, if you haven't made Jesus your Lord, you're not there yet. You know, you need to accept Jesus Christ. We had 4 guys pray and ask the Lord to save them last night. It was just such a blessing. I'd rather do that than anything, brother. I'm much more concerned about that than I am about winning my case or sitting in prison. Though I do want to win the case and go home and not sit in prison, obviously. But it's the gospel's sake, getting the gospel out, that's much more important. So anyway, we didn't get done until 11 o'clock last night, which is why I called you so late, brother. Sorry about that. But it was just a great joy. In the federal system, they would never let me share anything in chapel. They wouldn't let me hold Bible studies because they...
This call is from the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office.
They said, you did that on the street, so you can't do that in here. Which is crazy, because they had guys that were welders on the street, that were welders in prison, and guys that were cooks on the street, that were cooks in prison. Everything except preaching, it seems like, in the federal system. Is that discrimination? Well, I'll let you decide on that. But yes, it was great opportunity to share. The guys really enjoyed it, and I love that. I hope I don't have to do it again because I get to go home. I'll just come to your church and do it instead. By the way, there are 3 churches now that said they want me to come when I get out, brother. So I've got quite a list building up here. So I'll be able to go preach yet. It lasts about almost a month, traveling and preaching. So we'll get them knocked off pretty quick. All right, that's all I had about the Spanish Bible study, brother. It was a blessing, though. Thanks for your prayers.
Okay, let me just double check this number with you, too.